Acko says unlimited coverage, zero waiting period, zero copay. Care promises high bonuses, wide hospital coverage, and more flexibility than most insurers out there. Sounds like both are strong contenders in the health insurance game, right? But here's the thing. When two plans look great on paper, how do you actually figure out which one's better for you? That's exactly what we're going to break down in this video. Hello folks, I'm Shashank and you're watching Ditto Insurance. We help people understand health insurance so they don't get stuck with policies that sound great on paper but fall in reality. And today, we're putting Acko Platinum and Care Supreme head to head to find out which one's actually better for you. Now, what are we discussing today? If you've been struggling to pick a solid health plan for you and your family, this video will help you decide which insurer gives you more peace of mind, fewer headaches, and a strong claim experience. Stick around till the end and we'll also break down which plan is better for whom and whether the premium is really worth it. Okay, let's start with the numbers. Acko has a CSR of 96% averaged over the past 3 years. That's a pretty solid figure, higher than the industry average. Care has hovered around 90% range, also reliable. Now, let's look at the complaints. Acko gets about 17 complaints per 10,000 claims, lower than the industry average of 22. But there's a caveat. This data is primarily based on their motor insurance volumes. Health insurance is relatively new for them. Care, on the other hand, gets about 36 complaints for every 10,000 claims. This is higher than the average and could be a cause of concern. When it comes to hospital access, Acko has around 10,000 hospitals, while Care has 11,400 plus, better than many insurers. But real utility depends on where you live, and that's worth checking before you make a commitment. Now, let's talk about what both plans get right. Both Acko Platinum and Care Supreme offer any room category, which means you don't need to worry about room rent caps. That's a big plus. Both plans cover pre and post hospitalization, daycare procedures, AYUSH, domiciliary treatments, organ donor expenses, basically everything you'd expect from a good modern health plan. They also include coverage for consumables, which is increasingly important today. You also get unlimited e-consultations, wellness benefits, and ambulance coverage in both, although with a few conditions that we'll cover shortly. So far, so good. But now, let's break down the differences, starting with Acko Platinum. Acko Platinum makes a bold claim, zero waiting period, but let's break that down. Yes, there's no waiting period for specific diseases or initial 30 days exclusion. But when it comes to pre-existing conditions, that's where things get tricky. Acko may impose a waiting period of 0 to 3 years based on underwriting. So while the marketing says zero waiting period, the reality is that it depends. And that's important to know before you buy. The plan also offers unlimited sum insured, which on paper is amazing. But here's a reality check. In India, even the most complex surgeries rarely cost more than 1 crore. So while it feels nice to say unlimited, most people may never use even a fraction of that. Also, this has a low bonus of 10% per annum up to 100% only and on no claims. Acko is 100% digital. You buy it online, manage claims online, and talk to the insurer directly. No agents, no intermediaries. This makes the premiums cheaper, but also means that you deal with the claim follow-ups if something goes wrong. That's a deal breaker for some people. What works really well is pricing. Now, this is important. For a 1 crore cover in Delhi, a single adult 30-year-old pays around 15 to 16,000 rupees per year. For 2 adults, around 19 to 20,000. That's almost 25% cheaper than Care Supreme. Now, let's talk about Care Supreme. This is a more traditional plan backed by an insurer that's been in the health space for decades. What stands out immediately is the bonus structure. There's a loyalty bonus of 50% up to 100% and a super bonus of 100% that goes up to 500% of your sum insured. Irrespective of your claims, your 10 lakh plan can quickly grow into 70 lakh cover in a few years. The restoration feature is also solid. It works for the same or different illnesses, unlimited times. That's rare and genuinely useful. And the biggest difference, add-ons. Care lets you reduce waiting periods for pre-existing conditions to 1 or 2 years through paid add-ons and for specific conditions like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, and high cholesterol. PD waiting period can be reduced all the way down to 30 days only. They also offer OPD consultations, fitness and wellness memberships, and even paid air ambulance cover. It's like a menu. Pick what you need, skip what you don't. If you're confused about which add-ons are worth paying for and which ones are just fluff, we'll have to figure that out. Book a free call with Ditto. The link is in the description. No plan is perfect. So now let's talk about what might hold you back from considering these plans. Starting with Acko. The biggest issue is trust and track record. Acko is still a new player in the health insurance space. Their tech-first model is great for keeping premiums low, but you won't get as much as hand-holding during the claims process. And while they market a zero waiting period, that doesn't always apply to pre-existing conditions. In reality, the insurer might still impose a waiting period of up to 3 years depending on your health profile. With Care Supreme, the issue is slightly different. The plan is solid, but the structure is a little too dependent on paid add-ons. Many important benefits like OPD, wellness programs, air ambulance, and even waiting period reductions only come if you're willing to pay extra. So, if you just go for the base plan thinking it's complete, you might end up disappointed during a claim. And if you do add everything, the premiums can quickly shoot up. So, while both are great on paper, understanding these caveats is key in making the right choice. So, the obvious question now, who should go for Acko Platinum and who should stick with Care Supreme? If you're still under 35, healthy, have no pre-existing conditions, and love managing things online, Acko Platinum gives you amazing value. The coverage is solid and the premiums are unbeatable. But if you have any pre-existing conditions, just know that the waiting period may still apply and the claim servicing might be more hands-on from your side. On the other hand, if you're someone who values stability, wants a plan that grows with you, and prefer having more traditional hand-holding during claims, Care Supreme is a safer choice. The bonus, restoration, and optional add-ons make it incredibly flexible for longer run. Now, let's take a closer look at the premiums because pricing often feels like a deal breaker, right? For a 30-year-old individual in Delhi for 1 crore cover, Care Supreme with all key add-ons like super bonus, consumables, and health checkup, it costs about 28,000 rupees annually. Acko Platinum, on the other hand, comes in for around 16,000 rupees. For 2 adults, Care Supreme costs around 48,000 with all the key extras included. Meanwhile, Acko jumps to 20,000 rupees, which is nearly 2.5 times less for the same sum insured. So what does this mean? So it's not just about who's cheaper, it's about how pricing scales with your family setup and which features actually matter for you. If you want to know whether you're paying too much for your health insurance or if switching to a better plan could save you 5 to 10,000 rupees a year, book a free call with Ditto. We'll review your policy and tell you exactly what makes sense. Free of cost, the link is in the description. So, what's the conclusion? Both plans are strong, both cover the essentials, both can work well for different types of people. Acko is young, tech-forward, and aggressive with pricing. It's perfect for digital-savvy buyers who don't need hand-holding. But it comes with unpredictable waiting periods for pre-existing conditions and a limited track record in health. Care is structured, traditional, and highly customizable. It's a bit more expensive, but for added maturity, better claim support, and flexibility, it may be worth it, especially for families or anyone over 40. Don't buy based on features alone. Don't buy based on price alone. Buy what fits your life. And if you're still unsure, that's where we come in. Book a free call with Ditto. We'll help you cut through the noise, run the numbers, and pick the right plan for you. The link's in the description. Thank you so much for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. And as always, make sure that your insurance works for you and not the other way around. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.